So this sketchbook, I think, is from November to 17th of January. I put little labels on them, it's very handy. So I tested a few colours. I had some old paints that I wanted to try, and they were quite nice actually, but they didn't really make my heart sing, except I just loved that those three colours: a sepia brown, a deep red and a yellow ochre. I thought they were lovely. I was trying out more colours again, trying to basically streamline my palette, something that's advised by Marie-Helene in that book I talked about in the previous video. But that's a hard decision. It's like, you know, deciding which pair of shoes you want to keep, and you're only allowed to keep 10. Dreadful, hard decisions. This was from, I think, another Zoom call. I just sketched what was in front of me, the mess on my shelves, and trying out all sorts of color combinations with colors that I don't really use that much normally. Like indigo would not be one of my favorite colors, but it gives some interesting mixes. Carbazole violet, a crazy strong color, but it makes lovely subtle mixes with transparent red oxide, and a simple brown with a quinacridone gold, lovely purple with cobalt blue, and an interesting olive color with sap green. So definitely one that I want to explore some more. And a view of my wardrobe and a complete mess, and a view of my kitchen. So that's what you do when you're an urban sketcher and you can't really get out. You start sketching everything in the house, and that becomes your landscape. That's as far as you can go. That's what you do. And this was 22nd of November. I took the car and went somewhere in the neighborhood, and there's this beautiful tree. It's really huge. I don't think I'd be too happy if it was beside my house, but it's really a majestic tree, and the light was coming from behind there, and I just spent a nice hour sketching it. This was getting close to Christmas, hence the Christmas decorations, and there was another Zoom call, and I mixed some decorations we have at home with decorations that were on the Zoom call, so somebody else's home and somebody else's fireplace mixed in with elements of our own fireplace. So I had good fun there. And here I removed a page from my book. I have no idea what I had done on it, but I wasn't happy with it, and that's something that I almost never do, but this is the simplest way to do it. Just kind of tear it kind of neatly 1 centimeter away. You don't want to lose the page on the other side. These were exercises. 29th of November, I went in the car in the neighborhood and sat in the car, and again, this is in French. This is again from the Marie-Helene book, and playing with values, so light, medium and dark values in the one color, and she recommends to use indigo. It gives you a great range of values. So, and also finding different, a square, long panorama, vertical, circular. So, you know, trying to think of the view in front of you as a movie, and thinking of what you're going to focus on, and how you're going to present what you see to your audience. And this was again from a Zoom. I tried to use the same ID. This was from a Zoom call, but it's called Zoom because I was zoomed out and zoomed in and zoomed in some more. And again, playing with light, medium and light value, just with indigo. And here just added another color just for a little bit of punch. And this is Timber. This was in early December, and this is my last sketch of Timber. Our beloved dog, Timber, died on the 17th of December, and he was initially diagnosed with pancreatitis, but he just did not recover, so we think it might have been pancreatic cancer, and he just lost weight and wasted away, and he was the best doggy, and we loved him to bits. So I sketched him there. This was 6th of December, so about 10 days before he died. At that stage, we were still hoping he was going to recover. It was just a horrible roller coaster. You know, he'd go to the vets and come home and go again and come home. But in the end, we had to make the hardest decision, and we were there with him right till the end. So this is for Timber. And I kept on sketching. That's where I find the greatest solace, really. And again, this was in preparation for Liz Steele sketchbook design course. And one question she asked, why do you keep sketchbooks? And the reasons why I keep sketchbooks are all here. And sometimes it's to still my heart for the beauty of the world, to try new things, but not to improve my handwriting. Anyway, this is where I am. And as you can see, when you're in lockdown or stuck at home or in a pandemic or whatever, you've got more time on your hands. So I was doing all these courses in parallel. I was doing the book from Marie-Helene, and this is her book, trying out different elements, what's closest to you in really dark, what's in the middle distance in middle, what's further away in a really light value, and then trying to bring it all together. And I was also doing Liz Steele's course, doing Uma Kelkar course, and just never stop. I should have a course to learn how to drive cars. Not to drive car. No, I know how to drive a car. How to draw a car. Sorry. I don't know where my mind has gone. That's slightly better. Still looks nothing like our car. Again, I think I might have done this from a photo, or no, actually I think I just drove down the road and practiced values again. This one with an initial pencil drawing, then directly in watercolor, and again directly in watercolor with light, medium and dark, and a little bit of color just at the focus point. No, actually this is from a photo I took. I say it there. That's where you'll find the truth about me in my sketchbooks. It's all written there if you can read my handwriting. Flowers that were given to us by Liz from Positive Dog Training. She dropped them over to us the day after Timber died. He spent many a very happy day in Positive Dog Training in Sandiford, daycare for doggies. If you have a dog that's at home alone during the day when you go to work, send them to daycare. They will love you, and they will be so well looked after. This is more experiments from Marion Rivolier, kind of with light and dark, and here mixing warm and cool colors. All of this from a photo, and this is the final sketch. I'll just check that you can actually see this properly. I'll just move this a little bit. Yeah, so in this one I did a few nice color mixes. It's always good to keep track of your color mixes, because when you see something and you go, oh, that's lovely, how did I do that? You'll have it there. You'll have your recipes basically. This is a view of vineyards in the Corbière region in the south of France. We used to rent a house in a place called Montserrat, and the next village is called Saint-André de Roquelong, big name, and it's just lovely walks around there, and the light was fantastic. This is a little, great little idea from Sketching Play Lab, a box of happiness. And on the 21st of December, a little memory of Timber and Sumi, our cat, and Brendan, my husband, and just little bits and pieces that make me happy, including the crane in the piece of land beside our estate. But hey, it's whatever is there. Kind of a failed sketch there of a geranium. Another one. Okay, this is a new year, question mark. Yes, New Year felt very much like the old year. I'm sure you all felt the same, and we'll just, I don't know, we'll never get used to it, I think, but we have to adapt as a human race. And this again is from Liz Steele's course, kind of exploring framing objects, putting in titles and text. Yeah, that's a self-portrait. I don't look like that. I don't think so anyway. And this one was with collage and exploring shapes, not my best page. Okay, I was really obviously fed up that day. Is it too much to ask? My goal for 2021, sketch. What else? I just want to be sitting on the footpath with my friends and sketch all day, and then go to a cafe and drink tea. That's all I want to do. It will come back. It will come back. There is definitely hope at this stage. is, yeah, this doesn't look like much, but this was done. I did a course in January with Uma Kelkar. If you don't know her, definitely go look her up. She's an amazing urban sketcher and watercolor painter. And this course was online from California, but that's the beauty of online possibilities that have been open to us since the pandemic. You get to have courses with amazing teachers on the other side of the globe. This was a class of 6, and these little blobs were done following a video of a football match of some sort, and you were just trying to capture the movement. So that's all I have in the sketchbook. Most of the work for that was done on loose sheets, so you're not going to see much of the work that I did with her, but really recommend. This is a little tea set that used to belong to my granny. I found it in a drawer under a bed, and it's not the most exciting tea set, but it was lovely to sketch it in line and then do a little background. And more experiments with framing and text and collaging something from another page and recording colours, although I didn't write down. I think you can hear the twins across the way. There's little kids in the neighbour across the way. This was, oh yeah, I took the car again. It was probably in December still. I was, well, January, feeling pretty bleak. You know, January 2021, I think that's been the bleakest month for everybody in Ireland, probably everybody on earth. There was very little hope at that stage, and it was dark and it was grey, and I wasn't at my happiest, but still I went and sketched one tree, and kind of the first, I suppose if at first you fail, keep on trying. By the time you get to your 5th attempt, it might look something like what you want. Exploring textures, again, trying different pens, trying different titles. I'm not great at doing titles, my handwriting isn't neat enough. And that's it for this book, covering November to 17th of January 2021.